What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are testing out some Temu baits. Sorry. Temu. Sorry.
It's Temu.
Temu. Anyways, we've got a whole bunch of these cheap knockoff Chinese lures that everybody told us.
How dare you? They're value.
Everybody told us we absolutely had to get, and we're here to test them out. And we have to give them the benefit of the doubt to start.
I'll give them the benefit of the wind for an hour total.
To start.
Yeah.
Until we get mad. We got a whole bunch. You guys watched us unbox these recently. And also, guess what else we got?
Closer.
Guess what else we got?
Yeezys!
These. Okay, God. So Paul put these to a full test. How did that go?
I went full ham. So I split wood for about an hour and a half. I trudged through this part of the lake for about an hour.
Okay.
And I just wore them comfortably bang fishing.
Scale of 0 to 10.
0 to 10, they're about 1.119. They're not great. Here's the thing. They're actually not that uncomfortable for the first 20 minutes. After that, you begin to understand that these weird gaps in all there, they're horribly uncomfortable. Also, the second you lay eyes on them, you start profusely sweating. All of your pores just start shooting out sweat, and you will endanger your life. So, other than those 2 or 3 horrific points, not bad.
So early review, 2 items that, well, 3 items we have that we're not really fishing. I've got one on my BFS rod, the Hook Keeper.
Oh yeah.
So we'll take a look at that later. But the Yeezys, 1.119.
1.119.
Got it. Terrible. Do not buy. Next up, we had the line winder.
So the line winder actually is not bad. It actually works like a line winder. The springs are a little too strong, I think. They need like a softer spring.
Yep.
All that being said, it works.
So here's the deal. Today, we're going to take out the rest of the actual lures that we picked up on Temu, and we are going to go hit the water with them, and we're going to give you our impressions on the water. It's on the water review. Like we said, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but if they don't work, we're right.
100%.
Right.
And if they work, we're right, because we picked them. All right, so I'm also going to be testing out the Buzbe Deep. So this is the Colony 15. This is you'll see the D on there. Deep. I mean, spoiler alert, but check out, like, that's pretty friggin' awesome. So I should be able to, we're doing actually 2 videos today. Yeah. We got a top water video going, and we got the Temu video going. I should be able to fit all those baits in there pretty easily. So this thing is going to the test to see what we can fit in there.
All right, so let's do this. Let's go rig up and hit the water, shall we?
Let's.
How's that water feel? Oh, watch out. Watch out.
Gorgeous.
Oh, God.
Come on, you patriotic son of a...
Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry I brought you a boat. All right. These are coming off immediately. Hyper uncomfortable. Not a fan. All right, so first things first, it's windy. We're gonna be fishing these 2 right here. The Whopper Flopper and the Whack Hammer. It's shitting and chatting. I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to do. It doesn't look phenomenal. The skirt is awful, you guys. This skirt is awful. It's like just clinging. That's not what you want. I'm gonna fish these docks, trying to give it the best possible chance of a catch, you guys. And if it doesn't work, we're right. Got one. Dunzo! Yo! Got it! Woo! The Whack Hammer is done. Yep. There we go. All right, so verdict on the Whack Hammer. This blade, I don't know if it's the way it's designed, the way it's attached, I don't know. It just says cheaper, lighter metal. It does not do really what you would expect out of a chatterbait. So it chats at one specific speed. If you go too fast, it doesn't work. If you go too slow, it doesn't work. So it's kind of like not an ideal setup, not something you want out of a chatterbait. You want more control with speed. The other thing I would say is the skirt does absolutely nothing. Oh, I broke it. Like, it just sticks to the bait. You want that to like move a little bit, look more natural in the water. We gave it a good trailer. We put it up in the docks. We did everything we could. We did catch a fish, so that's official. Get it? And it didn't like break the hook on the catch. It was a tiny little dinky bass, but it counts. So Whack Hammer out.
All right, now that I've fully restrung my rod again, we're gonna swap out to the next Temu bait, which is this jerk bait that has this insane bait fish pattern. So here's that jerk bait. It's got like a bait fish pattern on it. The stuff on the back, the dress treble, rear treble is trash. This is a horrible dress treble. Nothing I can do about that. It's got an interesting, I mean, it's definitely not like a paint. This is a texture jerk bait, and it's got some weight in there and should do some things. So, I mean, anything's possible. Definitely not a quality bait. Definitely not quality hooks. This jerk bait is good for like 5 twitches, and then it just kind of flops. I thought it was gonna be the worst because it's a really it's a difficult bait to try and, like, you know, do what it's supposed to do. Do you see any weeds out here? Are there weeds out this way? I don't know if we're in a good spot. I'm just using, my electronics are named Jeff. Yeah. And pretty soon my anchor is gonna be named Jeff too. I'm giving up. Like, honestly, okay, my overall opinion of this jerkbait, it can catch fish. It has trash hooks, it has a trash little dress treble. The action is extremely moderate, extremely average. I haven't got a fish that doesn't mean anything, but I would not buy this. I'm not enjoying fishing this at all. It'd be one thing if I was enjoying it. I'd still fish it if it had like a good feeling action. This feels not great. If you like very loggy feeling jerk baits, this is the one for you.
If you like logging baits, take a stick, slap on some trebles, boy. You're good. I think this battalion will catch. It's like it's drawing them in. Oh! Dude, can we keep them? Can we keep them on the battalion? Yup. First cast, new spot. Ah! All right, knock it off. There we go. There we go. Better fish on the battalion. First cast. I'm gonna cast it again. Let's go again. I was surprised I kept it on those hooks. No, these were the worst ones we had. All right, let's take a look at these hooks. Still intact. Surprising. Like they feel like toy hooks. like not real. Oh, battalion! The battalionator. Oh God, oh God. You right. There we go. Got him. Boop. Less graceful, but it works. Shut up. Oh my God. We get it. Good. He's the fish whisperer. Oh, no, I can't get anything. He whispers for other people. I'm the other fish whisperer. I cannot whisper for myself. Man, this is fun. Like, I never fished swim baits like this. Might pick up some legit ones and see how they compare. I gotta put the battalion down. All right, so battalion, I would say, is like execution on design, first looks, all of that. It's terrible, like terrible looking. The eyes are good. You get the flash. There's all these dents and like, you get this cheap feeling plastic, all that. You can see like cheap routing done here, all of that. It's just not well done, but it was, I will give it this, it was the most fun to fish today so far. Cause it's a little swim bait, of course it's gonna be fun. It's a blast always. And you know, I caught fish on it pretty easily. It gets a dub for that, right? Like as far as all the Temu baits so far, this has been my favorite. $3.77. I mean, tough to compete.
I'm gonna throw that drop shot just for a minute. I know Jeff already did, but I kind of want to try it. I feel like
you gotta try the sunlight.
That's, I know, it's so sweet. Got one. Second cast. There we go. Gotta be a bass. Strong fish. On the sunline, little paddle tail. What do we got? It's a bass.
Nice.
Oh, jeez, oh man. Get in turbo mode. All right, underlipped them.
I gotta put the battalion down.
Underlipped them. All right, there you go. Little, it's like basically a Euro Tackle B vibe. Like, there's nothing wrong with this thing. It's small, but look at that. Tried to eat it. You did it. Congratulations. Have a nice day. Look, I'll be honest, like this thing is a value. I would definitely compare this to like a Euro tackle, but like stretchy. So if you're a Euro tackle guy, like this is for you. Go for it, man. Quality is not there, but the value is probably there just because you can get a billion of them for a nickel. So we like that. And dude, catches fish. Can't argue with it. Probably the easiest plastic to like imitate would be like a paddle tail, I guess. You can't really screw it up too much. Got him. No, I missed. Oh, he was on the whole time. He was on the whole time. A little perch. Oh God. I had a perch and I was like, oh, I keep missing him. I keep missing him. I had him the whole time. All right. Overall impressions on the faux vibe, pretty solid. And overall impressions on the hook keeper, like it's keeping my hook. I got no complaints. I mean, that's a value. That's a value in my book. Approved. Aggressively average angler approved. Now we go on to the whopper plopper, the whopper flopper. Here it is. Look, I think white chartreuse can do it. I'm interested to see how the action goes. If the action's good or even remotely good, I think we could have found ourselves a winner. So let's see what we got. You drop it in the water. It works. I think it'll work. The rear hook sometimes gets hooked on the bait, and then the whole thing just torpedoes. But it's not that bad. Got one.
Oh, it's the plopper.
Got one.
All right, we got one.
Oh, it's a good one.
There we go.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Come here. Oh! No, son of a. Ah, dude, that was a big fish.
If only you had a net.
Well, yes. Never heard of her. That was a big fish.
That looked good.
Oh my God, I had him double hooked in there too. That was a big fish. Got another one. Now you gotta stay down, you son of a gun.
Lightning strike twice.
Lightning strike twice. Ah! Stay in the boat. No, I don't want to get these troubles in me. Double up. The Temu double, bro. We did it. The Temu double up.
The Temu double, bro.
I have so much fear right now. I'm gonna get hooked in the ankle. I need pliers. Think Temu. There are pliers. Sorry, bro. All right, we're doing our surgery here with our Temu pliers. All right. Oh, these are hefty boys. All right, you're gonna go. It works. I don't like the switch. That's annoying. That's annoying. All right, over review on the plop. This is another one where, kind of like the jackhammer, it's like it does what it does what a whopper plopper does, just not nearly enough. Like it starts to sink a little bit. You really have to hoof it to get this thing to spin, but it does spin. It does spit water and it does catch fish. Like we proved that. Oh! Rocky boy! There we go. Dude, meaty Rocky boy. So maybe you're not sold on a whopper plopper and you don't want to spend like 15-20 bucks on one because they're expensive. This, honestly, this could be an option. It's not awful. Lower quality hooks, lower quality everything, lower quality paint job. It's knockoff city, but like honestly, it caught fish. I hate to give like a seal of approval, but like I kind of have to say it's not terrible. It's just not great. You're not getting the full whopper plopper experience, but it's plopping. It's flopping. So honestly, approved. Oh my, this thing is so huge. It's gigantic.
High profile?
This is a high profile reel.
High profile reel.
All right.
You gotta love it.
So I got it on. I got the drag kind of set. Can I set? Drag's funky. All right, so let's see if we can dial this in. Okay, all right. Spool tension's dialed. Let's go for, I set the drag kind of high. Oh, no, 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 no. Immediately bad, immediately no. I got the brakes and the tension all the way up. For that reason, I was like, this is definitely gonna get messed up right away, and it did. Dude, I have no idea what happened to my line. Everything is messed up. Everything is so messed up. Holy cow. I've never had this much of a nightmare. I don't care how cheap a reel I've used in the past. It's never been this bad. Look at this. This happened. This reel might be unusable, you guys. Straight up unusable. I'm giving this like 3 more casts and I'm out. I'm just completely done with it. Jesus. It won't cast. I think it's what gear ratio is this? Oh, it's a 6:3-to-1. Absolute trash bearings on this. You can hear them and it's like fresh out the box. I'll count. Got him. Dude, it's flexing like on a bluegill. Good Lord. Gosh. The reel just does not sit in the reel seat. It's so weird.
All right, this is the spinning reel we got. It's like a mango avocado color. Let's not lie, this is a dope looking reel, so we'll see how it actually fishes. I'm gonna swappy swap, and we're gonna fish it. This thing barely fits in my reel seat.
Really?
It's so big. So now I'm just gonna run this B-Vibe because that is the perfect setup for this setup. One of Jeff's biggest gripes is the cheap top piece. This is a cheap top piece. This thing is like really smooth for, this is 17 bucks. So I will say from like the bearing standpoint, like it's pretty smooth. It has an instant anti-reverse, which I mean, that would be my biggest gripe is if it didn't have that, right? You try to set the hook, you get like a delay because there's no anti-reverse. It looks cool. It looks cool. You could tell it's a cheap paint job though. Like this thing is going to be garbage very quickly. But I mean, it's got a cool design. All right, we're gonna kind of blindly, oh, I think I see, all right, I think I see a place. Like we said this on our unboxing, like it's kind of hard to mess up a spinning setup. Like they're so simple, there's not much to them. They should be executable. I'm getting nibbled. How is that little tiny bait getting nibbled and not bit? Come on, drag. There it goes. Oh, that's a terrible sound. It sounds horrible. Well, power bait, power catch. Let's try again. This drag sounds like garbage though. That's gonna be the biggest downfall. Materials, quality, but also you're really giving it up terribly bad on this drag. I'll catch another one here and just see how this, I mean, it's barely doing what it's supposed to do. Tighten it up just a hair here. Got him. Oh my God, this fish is insanely small. No! Got him. Got him. And we're peeling the drag. That's what we wanted to hear, is that trash drag. Oh. Let's see if you can hear it again. Oh, don't jump. Ah! That's that trash drag. You don't want to hear that. It's not a sound we want to hear. Get in the boat, you nerd. Okay. All right.
Final verdict on the Mattel Masters baitcaster. Zip 0 for me, not worth it at all. I don't care what price this thing is. Do not pay for it. This thing is absolute trash. Is it a reel? Yes. Yes, it is. So technically it gets a point for that. You can't get a 0 out of 10 if you're an actual reel. It has the parts that reels need to exist and work. And unfortunately, they don't work well together. I don't know what it is. This line guide like moves too far right and left and ends up causing a lot of like line twist up on your spool, which you don't want. Getting it dialed in wasn't like the worst thing in the world. It, you know, took me 10-15 minutes. Birds nested right away. Probably had about 5-6 birds nests in 30 to 45 minutes that I was fishing this thing. Definitely not fun to fish. Also, it's a full-on 300 size reel. I don't know if I saw that in the description. Maybe I missed it, and I'll just call it out. If I missed it, I missed it. If it was in there, then fine. I should have known better, but it is oversized. It's a big boy reel. I do not enjoy fishing with this thing at all. Very hard to cast. It was unpredictable casting. Like it would just cast far sometimes and other times not at all. And it was nothing to do with like line twists. It just worked and then didn't work. It's loud. It's loud. It sounds like a paddle in water. Oh wait. Ah! Right out of the box, it sounds like those pre-rigged trucks and skateboard wheels that you would get if you guys skateboarded. You know what I'm talking about. You get the like independent trucks off the shelf at like Kmart. Like that's this. It has a super cheap bearings. It's grindy and it's just not fun. Goodbye. Leave my life forever.
I'm so smart for picking the spinning reel.
I didn't even think about it, and I should have known.
I knew. So I actually started doing deep drop dragon.
Deep drop dragon.
Deep drop dragon.
Now.
Dude, and I started catching them easily. I was eating a snack bar and was hammering them. So ergonomics, not bad. Well, we'll do the positives first. Ergonomics, not bad. I kind of like this handle. It's pretty dope. Overall, it looks really good. And like there were a lot of color options for 17 bucks. I think it's pretty dope. Heavy duty bail. That's a big win. Zero anti-reverse. Like there's zero back, you know, movement with the top of the reel. So that's good.
I think it's
like,
because it's one piece down there.
It is. This is all. So that's where it kind of gets like, hey, this is maybe a cheapie. Is like you take this piece off. This is all. This whole head unit's one piece. That's like not the case with nicer reels. And when you look at the inside of it, it's just really simple. And that's the thing is like it's so much easier to do a decent spinning reel than a decent bait caster.
For sure.
From an engineering perspective. So you can this is just an easier task. But yeah, cheapy top piece here. Just general, the paint you can tell is just not quality. Like that is going to give out. It's not great. Where you're really missing though, where you know it's a cheap reel, like you just instantly know, the drag. You ready? Like, and I tested on some fish, but listen, that's just hollow, weak, like sounding. I have no confidence in that on a big fish, and actually takes a little bit to get it started, which I was surprised because usually when you wind it all the way down, it'll just like
you get a pull and then it
no, it's like a fish would pull as I'm like pulling back, and even at like the bottom setting, it kind of wasn't engaging the drag, so it didn't engage really when you wanted it to.
That's bad.
But it's, I mean, it's okay. It's just not quality. You could tell. It's not. I mean, you could tell it's a $17 reel. But honestly, overall, for 17 bucks, it's a dub. This is a W. This isn't a win column.
All right, we got one Temu bait left. There we go. We just got to catch on the light sleeper, and then we're done. Oh, white sleeper! White sleeper! Double up! The Temu double, bro! We did it! Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, we did it. Last bait of the day, we did it. We committed the Temu Slam. And yes, I said committed because that's what it feels like. I need to be committed. Here's, you know, little bite marks on there, but like durability was pretty good. Still got our eyes on here. The eyes are, oh, I just peeled one off. Yeah, just very cheaply done. I mean, you can definitely tell that it's your fake mega bass, but it did work. Let's close this out. Come here. Coming in to close out the video.
Oh, you think I've never used a yak before?
A yak?
Yeah, a yak.
What'd you think about the Temu?
Better than expected, I won't lie. After we did the unboxing, I was a little down on the Temu Emu delivery. I'm up. Minus the Yeezys. If it wasn't for the Yeezys, we would be at like a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10.
How will the Yeezys float? Can we test it?
Extremely well. Better than my kayak.
You could walk on water with us.
The irony of it being Yeezys.
Should we call them the Jeezys?
The Yeezys.
Oh no! All right, so final verdict on Temu. It was towards the end. Back half was enjoyable. Back half was enjoyable.
Okay.
I enjoyed.
Winners. Well, the losers, jerkbait.
Jerkbait was an absolute loser. Gone. Done. Suction on the line spooler. Loser.
Loser. But
you can bolt it down.
Line spooler in general, winner.
Great winner.
Yeah.
How'd you like the hook holder?
Hook holder, I think winner. This is where I think Temu is like your best bet. Maybe even second. I have a point to make. Maybe second best bet.
I wouldn't say your best bet, but your best bet to get it cheaply done.
Anything that is relatively simple, doesn't require a lot of work or expertise, and is like difficult to break, you're getting a huge discount, unfortunately. Sorry.
Pliers.
That's not gonna be for me.
No.
They're okay. They're okay.
$17.
Yeah, that's if they were really cheap, I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, it's about no.
Just get better pliers. Trust us. The Yeezys.
That's a loss.
That's
a big L.
All right, so then we had the Sun Miles, little guys.
Arguably the biggest W or close to it.
I would say.
Here's the reason I don't think it's the biggest W. with some of these other baits, what we bought was very, very cheap versions of very, very expensive baits. Like a jackhammer is not cheap. A whopper plopper is not cheap. Those are expensive baits. The ones that we got, the versions, they're really inexpensive. So even though they weren't nearly as good, or they just weren't great, but they did work, there's a good argument to be made that if you're saving like $9, $10, $15,
or $27 on the Battalion, which we'll talk about in a second.
I mean, I really think that you're talking about like it might
splitting hairs.
You could make a really strong argument.
Light sleepers. I would say it's like a 5 out of 10 for me.
2 hours later.
Okay, something has changed drastically. The light sleeper was a late sleeper today. It like freaking turned out, but like look at this thing. Completely destroyed, all eyes gone. It started catching like all the fish in the world. Got him. Oh, here we go. Got him. That's a good bass.
Oh, come on.
That's a good. Oh, that's cute.
Got one. Nice. On the light sleeper, first cast.
What?
Yeah. Got him. Oh, good one. The light sleeper is a killer. Whoa! Yep.
It is also. Oh, there you go. It was pretty insane. Quit putting those Yeezys on. What are you doing?
Getting ready to go in, bro.
All right.
Here's the thing about the light sleeper. It actually fishes pretty well. It falls like horizontally. It stays pretty weedless. The tail actually does the tail thing. It held up okay. For the money, again, compared to a regular dark sleeper, this is a dub.
Do it. Do it. We take back everything negative we said. Let's go. The Battalion. The Battalion was partial dub for me, I would say.
Oh, a partial?
A partial. There's so many like fit and finish problems with this bait that it looks so terrible, and it has little toy hooks on it. But because it does what it's supposed to do, it gets an automatic 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Because it swims vertically. I was surprised it didn't roll. I was convinced it was gonna go in sideways. Now, maybe I got lucky, maybe other people don't. I don't know. But I would say 5 out of 10 automatically. Did catch fish and was fun, plus 2, it gets a 7 out of 10. So it was fun. What else was fun? Whopper ploppers. The flopper.
Flopper?
The whopper flopper was actually fun. Now, we pointed out like exactly what the problems with it are, why it's never going to get above a 6 out of 10 from us. It's easily a 4 out of maybe a 5 out of 10 because it was fun.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 5.5 out of 10. It was fun to fish. It is tougher to fish than a whopper plopper because it, without the premium parts, like it does not do what it's supposed to do well, but it does do it. You get 5 for the price of 1.
It's for you.
I get it.
And
I get it.
And they ripped off the exact color schemes. Like, it's for you.
Yeah. So, I mean, like we said before, we try to make it more like blatant this time. Look, if you want to save money on baits, if you don't care how they perform, if you like don't care if they break, if they're less durable, if they don't have perfect action, like I totally get it. You want to save some money, totally fine.
Or if you want to try
that's your deal.
If you want to try out a whopper plopper, you've never had one.
Yeah, and you don't want to go.
Yeah, you don't want to go for $18 for a friggin'
great point.
No, like this
great
is
point.
a good way to do it. Knock off stuff from China. If you're a made in the USA kind of guy, I respect that. This is not, none of this is for you. Not a single one of these things is for you.
And this is still happening regardless of us talking about it. So don't worry about that. The other thing I would say is like, if you're like cheap baits only and like we say we don't like it, that doesn't mean we don't like you.
Or
like
cheap baits. I like cheap baits.
Yeah, don't take it personally.
The only plastics company we work with is a extremely inexpensive, value-conscious bait company. That's Mule Fishing. That's what they do. I would take them over everything because they catch every fish, they last an eternity, and they're really light on the pocketbook. Like, what more do you want?
And they're so fun to fish with.
I get that.
So everybody, just fish the way you want to fish, man. We're here to just test these things out and tell you if it's an absolute like scam
Bang
or
or
not.
bust.
All right, so overall for this unboxing, what's our rating out of 10?
Oh, for the whole unboxing? Man, it's hard because
there's a lot of things holding it down.
I'm overcoming what I thought was gonna be trash, and it turned out okay. I honestly, if it weren't for the Yeezys, we'd be a 7.2.
Wow.
With the Yeezys, I think we're a 6.8.
Yeezys took a nosedive.
I do think it's higher than a 6 though. Like, there were a lot of wins that and honestly,
we caught fish fast.
Just because the value on a lot of these really expensive baits, it's a dub for me. It's an overall dub for me.
Fair enough. Well, Paul's doing all the fishing right now. We got another fun video coming out for you guys. We're gonna go fish that video right now, and stay subscribed so you can see it. We love you guys. We'll catch you later.
Later, nerds.